one can approach the Supreme Lord only by possessing the right type of attitude. As you know, sometimes in a king's palace, there are different types of people to make the king happy. Sometimes there are Suta Magada Vandis, those who sing the glories of the king's Vamsh lineage. There are others who talk about the king's activities. Somebody talks about the king's lineage, genealogical table, and tells about his grandfather, father, and all those people. Sometimes the person may glorify the king's glorious activities performed. Sometimes there are singers who sing beautiful songs. Sometimes there are dancers who perform various dances. Sometimes there are jokers who make some jest or some jokes and entertain the king. Sometimes there are others who come and give some gifts to the king of a ring or a gold necklace or something like that. So in the palace, the royal king and the queen are sitting, and everyone and everything exists for their pleasure, for his pleasure. In the same manner, the Supreme Lord, Radha and Krishna, they are the center of all attraction. And all of us jivas are actually meant for their pleasure. In the Lord's court, there are peacocks, there are parrots, there are cuckoos, there are deers, there are cows and calves, there are gopas, the gopis, parents of the Lord and those in parental mood, those in friendly mood, those in the mood of lovers and beloved. So all types of paraphernalia of the Lord. When you use the word paraphernalia, one meaning of paraphernalia is the Lord's necklace or the bangles or the Lord's ornaments or the items used by the Lord, like the throne and all those things. Another meaning of paraphernalia also means the Lord's devotees. Like all the devotees who are around the Lord, who exist only for pleasing the Lord. So, if one understands that I am also one insignificant devotee who is offered an opportunity to render some service to the Lord and offer him some pleasure, so that is a very right type of attitude. On the other hand, the modern day educational mindset gives you a wrong map that you are the center and everything in this world is existing for your pleasure. Even when one comes in front of the Lord, one thinks, how can Lord please me? Or if I am doing the chanting of the holy name, why the chanting is not giving me happiness? Why I cannot concentrate? So one is in a commanding mode. Similarly, when one deals with other devotees, why other devotees cannot give me happiness? So this is the exactly opposite mindset, which will thoroughly frustrate us. Actually, we exist to please Krishna, please Guru, please Vaishnavas. We are in the mode of a servant, and we are enjoyed. We are not enjoyer. We are predominated. We are not predominator. We are actually servant. We are not master. So one has to repeatedly soak one's consciousness in this type of thought process. Again and again. I am only an insignificant servant. I am not the master. I am only enjoyed paraphernalia of the Lord. Lord is the supreme enjoyer. I exist for His pleasure and He will enjoy pleasure through me. So I am meant to serve Him, satisfy Him, please Him, and that is my prerogative. When we become convinced about this and when we act in this platform, then automatically we get happiness. Just as a wife is serving the husband, she washes the clothes, dries them, folds and keeps it in the cupboard, cleanses the house, prepares some snacks, lights up the lamp in the altar. When the husband comes home, seeing everything in order, he feels great happiness and he is smiling. And in his happiness, the wife also smiles happily. So she gets happiness in husband's happiness. Similarly, the jiva gets happiness by making the Lord happy. But when the jiva thinks, why can't God please me? Hey, God, give me this so that I can become happy. Hey, you get me this, I can become happy. That's a very arrogant attitude. And the jivas in this world have come with that mentality. I want to be the center, I want to enjoy. Everything should be at my disposal and everyone should be at my beck and call. Very arrogant attitude. So this arrogant attitude is what makes our chanting of the holy name very, very easy or very difficult? Very difficult. It's like climbing a mountain. We cannot chant blissfully. But if we are in the servant consciousness, we will be the most blissful devotees. We will be the most happy. The more you chant, the more you will want to chant. But we have got screwed up. Our consciousness has become turned away from the Lord. So somehow or other this kind of poisonous, venomous, enjoying mentality has come into our system. So this has to be worked out by taking shelter of the Guru Parampara, Acharyas, by taking shelter of the knowledge coming in Guru Parampara, by taking shelter of chanting. Repeatedly we go in front of the Lord and bow down to Him, circumambulate Him, dance in front of Him, sing in front of Him to remind ourselves, this is my position. He is the Swami, I am only Das. I am actually acting for His pleasure. So day in and day out, we engage in devotional activities. And that is how we will gradually become reminded of that. But when we are arrogant and we refuse to do these activities, we escape from aratis, we escape from bowing down, escape from chanting properly, escape from reading properly, and we become focused on our own sense gratification, then we become more and more frustrated. That will never make us happy. And the more you go far away, more you will get slaps and whips of Maya through the modes of material nature. And that is how the whole world is on fire, samsara davanal. So fortunately, Prabhupada has released this secret truth to us. And we have to capture this truth with our heart and faithfully adopt this right attitude by chanting the holy name and begging the Lord to bestow this mood in our mind and heart wholeheartedly so that we can become pure devotees eventually. And that is made possible by the chanting of the holy name. Chanting is actually a call to the Lord and His consort Srimati Radharani. Please purify my heart of these arrogant attitudes. Uplift me, accept me, make me one of your paraphernalia, engage me in your service. Maam ankikritya maya sakharamasva. This is the prayer Gopala Guru Goswami says. Maam ankikritya means please own me. Maya sakharamasva. Please enjoy me by engaging me in your service. Harinam Prabhu ki. Let's offer our humble obeisances unto all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord who are just like desert trees. Ocean of mercy, full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta koti vaishnava vrinda ki, Vaishnava Thakur Srila Prabhupada ki, Namacharya Haridas Thakur ki,